everywhere, all across the world. The food we eat shapes our days, and sometimes students don't understand what it takes to make a good meal.
And I've spent a lot of time talking with students about the dangers of energy drinks and who that they're actually marketed towards, and putting that spin on it, where their bodies, a teenage body, can only really have 100 milligrams of caffeine a day, and you're seeing these energy drinks that have 200 or more milligrams of caffeine in them, and explaining to them what that's really doing to your body and thinking of your heart health as well as your body health as well.
It's especially important for teens and kids to focus on nutrition because they are of the years of growth. Kids are growing between the ages of birth to about 21. And then after that time, our bodies are no longer growing. So this is the most important time to be eating right, to be getting the nutrients we need to maximize our growth internally and externally, to support the rest of our life.
It's a holistic view, connecting nutrition to academic success to overall well being.
When they have a well-rounded, healthy breakfast, especially with some protein in it, that's going to get them energized and ready and to be successful for the rest of their day, so they're not falling asleep in their classes and they're able to retain a lot more knowledge. And I've seen a lot better success with my students who do have a really healthy breakfast in the morning versus the ones who maybe don't eat or maybe don't have enough to eat in the with the best nutrition, I guess.
But on their own, students don't always make the best choices. They choose to skip breakfast or rely on energy drinks.
Energy drinks have been a big area of misconception, as well as just the poor knowledge, societal wise, for energy drinks. The second one I would say is sports nutrition, and regarding supplements, such as pre-workouts, post-workouts, creatine, which they're usually getting recommendations and encouragement from coaches, because once again, those are not regulated by any government agency. So the purity is in question, as well as the very, very high protein diets. Certain creatine, as well as pre-post workouts and excessive protein, is showing to cause some damage in our kidneys and our livers early on, which is causing people when they're older to have more challenges. So definitely some detrimental supplements, detrimental changes to your diet in your youth can impact your diet and your health long term when you're older.
Dietitians and health teachers understand what we as students need, and they try to nudge us in the right direction.
So nutrition plays a part in every part of our body, not only with growth, but mentally, physically, energy, um, attentiveness, lethargy. And so we are noticing that increased caffeine drinks, for instance, is really then almost giving kids more fight or flight, which means they're really high energy and then they're very, very low, which also can negatively impact our mental health.
I think it's important to talk with your doctor and figure out what's important to you, and what your body needs, because what works well for one person isn't going to work well for another person. So it is really important to um, talk and figure out what do I need and do I need extra of something, and figure out what you're missing.
In the end, it's all about empowering us to make smart choices for a brighter future.
I think if more Americans and if more teens and kids thought about food in moderation, we'd all be able to eat a healthier diet, um, consuming all of these different things. But the primary things we like to think about for a food being healthy would be the basis of eating 3 meals a day, not overly snacking. Second would be hydration, drinking enough water. And third would be making sure that we eat all food groups throughout the day. Those would be my main staples for considering a lifestyle or health style healthy.
Usually, if it comes in a bag, made in a factory, probably not your best option. It's going to be better if you're making it yourself. Resources obviously are a factor there, but using fresh fruits and veggies or even frozen or canned is going to be better than something that is pre-mixed or pre-made, soaked in juices and sugars.
This is Vincent and Grant with Noise News.